Hi, it's me JD and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you some ridiculously easy card making techniques to make handmade shaker cards. I have a couple videos on how to make shaker cards already, so if you haven't watched those, be sure to check those out. If you're looking for a way to make quick and easy DIY shaker cards with minimal supplies, then keep on watching. I'm going to start off by die cutting my birthday sentiment. I have this huge happy birthday metal die from, I believe it's Mama Elephant, and since it's such a large piece, it's definitely going to be the focal point of my card. I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine a couple of times. I'm using some really fun glitter cardstock, and as you can see, my machine had no problem cutting this out. Some glitter cardstocks can be difficult to cut, they get stuck or they just don't cut all the way, but the combination of my electronic die cutting machine plus the die plus this quality cardstock, it all cut like butter. Next I'll move on to making the backgrounds. I'm going for this tone on tone image because, as I said before, I wanted the birthday sentiment to be the focal point. So I'm using similar ink tones to just stamp some fun balloons onto the background. I wanted to make a stack of birthday cards. I don't know what it is, but whenever people find out that I'm a card maker, it's like, oh, do you have a birthday card? I'm in need of one, last minute, or I have a birthday coming up soon. Can I see one of your cards or have one of your cards? And I'm like, sure, go for it. And before you know it, my birthday card stash, my thank you card stash, it's all like dwindled down to like maybe a card or two. So I need to replenish that, and I just thought having a shaker birthday card just makes it a more celebratory occasion. I'll just set these backgrounds aside for a minute while I show you the main ingredient to my super duper easy shaker cards, which is a sheet protector or page protector, whatever you call it. And I'm going to cut it up so it fits my card front, and I'm going to make some frameless shaker card. And I saw, I think Ilda Diaz of I Love Doing All Things Crafty doing this, so I thought it'd just be a really fun idea to use in this video. You can find sheet protectors / page protectors almost anywhere, and if you're new to card making or you're low on acetate, then this can definitely be one of your craft supplies that can be used in multiple ways. And you can use a pair of scissors or a paper trimmer to trim these down. And basically you just need one sheet that's slightly larger than your card front. So speaking of card front, I'm gonna go back and add my die cut to it because I almost forgot. And what a shame that would have been if I didn't add this. So I just added some glue to the back of that die cut. I'm going to center it onto my card fronts. Except for this coral one, I realized that while recording this voiceover and watching the playback footage, I put it slightly off center. Whoops! But this next one I made sure to do correctly. I think I'll just save that coral one so my kid can give it away to one of his friends or something, because 5-year-olds won't notice, right? Alright, moving on. This is the fun part of my shaker card. Since these are really, really thin shaker cards, like there's not much dimension to them, you have to choose some kind of glitter or sequin that's relatively flat. So I'm using this fun glitter from Studio Katia. And I'm just trimming all the excess off of the sheet protector. And I'm going back and cutting like little diagonal slits in the corners of the sheet protector. This is so I can fold the sides and tuck them in neatly, as you'll see in the next step. The second main ingredient in this super simple shaker card is to use some really strong double-sided tape. So I'm going to put that along the edge of the back of my card front. I underestimated the length I needed, so I'm just going to go back and finish off that little sliver. So then I'll peel off the backing, and I'm going to slightly score where I need the fold to be on the sheet protector, and then I'll fold it over so it adheres to the double-sided tape. And I'm going to repeat this step on the other side. So I'm going to score the sheet protector, And I should have mentioned you'll need a certain type of sheet protector. I want to say the cheaper the better, because it'll score easily and it'll stay in place more easily with the score tape. You know, there's some really like heavy duty sheet protectors that might not fold as well. Yeah, you don't need those. You can get the cheapy flimsy ones for this. So as before, I attach some score tape along the edge. I'll peel off the backing, and then I'm going to fold over that that side of the sheet protector. And you'll see that why I made those diagonal slits, because now when I do the other sides of this shaker card, it's going to be much more easier to fold over. You certainly don't have to make those diagonal cuts, you can just fold it over, but since this is a shaker card with very delicate glitter, I didn't want to take any chances with the glitter falling out. So that's why I made those cuts. And I'll just finish up this last side here and press this all down, press all the sides down. I flip it over for the moment of truth and no glitter is falling out. If you need a flatter shaker card that sends easily through the mail, then this is definitely the shaker card for you. I'll just go back and cut off any of that excess material hanging off. Moving on to the other birthday shaker cards. From learning from this first card, I saw that the sheet protector and glitter is kind of staticky, so I'm rubbing a dryer sheet to help remove some of that static. Okay, so I'm gonna pour the glitter. I'll stick my card front somewhat in the center, and then I'll trim off any of the excess sheet protector material that I don't need. I'll stick some double-sided tape on there and score and fold over the sides of the sheet protector onto my card front. I'm cutting some slits at the corners to help this fold nice and neatly, and everything tucks nice and neatly as well. If you're the person that likes to gift wrap, then this is definitely the card making technique for you. Personally, I love wrapping gifts. However, it's always a matter of time, as in I'm always running late or it's always a last minute thing, so I end up sticking it in a gift bag or something. But if I had the time and the materials and the space, I would love to have like a gift wrapped corner just solely dedicated to fun gift wrap paper and ribbons and bows. But for now, all those supplies are crammed underneath my bed. This last birthday shaker card ended up being my favorite. So I'm rubbing the dryer sheet on to help remove some of the static. I'm pouring this confetti-like glitter into it, and it's all full of fun colors, and I thought I poured too much, so I'm trying to undo it and put some of that back in to conserve this confetti and not make as big as a mess. And I think I'm just fighting a losing battle, because the more I mess with it, the more the confetti just gets on the table. So yeah, that's a lost cause. I'll just stick with the confetti on my desk. On to the sheet protector step. I stuck score tape on all of the edges, and I'm folding over the sheet protector material with the confetti stuck under there, but that's okay because I'm just going to put this on a note card and you won't even be able to tell. Now I'll just go back and cut some of that excess material off, and this confetti moves really well in a shaker card. Like, this is prime shaker card material. It's colorful, it's not too staticky, it doesn't get stuck in a particular spot, so this is definitely one of my favorite cards I've made. So speaking of those note cards, I'm going to stick score tape on the fronts of these note cards. Normally I just use tape runner to attach my card fronts to my note cards, but since this is a shaker card, it has a little bit of weight to it, I wanted to make sure that it was really stuck on there, so I brought out the big guns with the score tape. You can also use glue or liquid adhesive, but I was too impatient, and so that's why I went with double-sided tape. In this instance, however, the double-sided tape has decided to rebel against me because it's not peeling, and I messed with it a couple times before it finally gives in. And this is how I normally apply my card front to my note cards. I stand it up vertically and then attach it and that way I get the straightest it can be. However, sometimes either my note card's a little off or my card front's a little off, and you can see some of that note card hanging off there. I just trim it off. These easy shaker card ideas came together so quickly, and you know, they're going to be super easy to send in the mail. Glitter won't fall out, knock on wood, and they're just fun to look at and send. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.